Hello, everybody, and welcome to Magical Monday. I hope everybody's doing good out there. I hope you had a really magical weekend. I have more time now to take my time a little bit. I've been in a hurry the last few readings because I want to get at least one message out to our soul family. And um, sometimes people pick up my energy. And thank you for the songs. I enjoyed them. So I do read all the comments. So today I just kind of listened to some music and did some research and did some cleaning and just kind of enjoyed myself a little bit. So I just relaxed a little bit because it's easy like Sunday morning, yesterday. And today I've got some things to do, but I'm going to have a magical Monday, whether uh, life life keeps persisting the way it is or whatever. It is what it is, but we get some great messages for today. And yes, I do it at night sometimes because sometimes it's easier for me, and then you wake up with the message for the day. So that's where we are right now. And yeah, let's get right into the reading. Now, I want to start out with telling everybody we are playing a game. There's a few people coming in playing the game. There's not as many people that I was hoping using their inner child and their manifestation and their things. But you know what? Eh, to each his own. Everybody's going to manifest what they do. They might not want to share it. But I hope that you're manifesting beautifully and things are coming to fruition in your world. A couple of my followers have reached out, quite a few of my followers, and said, they want to get a home for their son. They're going to manifest it, and they want a fur baby. And they're going to manifest it. Or we just had Melissa the other day manifested $500 and it was over $500. She wrote it down. And Lisa, she's been manifesting so quickly now. You have to know that you can do it. That's the whole practice of it. You have to see things coming to fruition or you won't believe. So just start practicing with it. Either write it down, I say it out loud, I think about it. I'm manifesting healing, the healing frequency, vibration, and light before the end of the year that can heal all of us. I know it's out there. I know there is a patent for that has to be released. And Mr. T released the 6,000 patents, and they haven't been completely released yet. One is anti-gravity, and I can't wait for that. So what we're doing is I'm asking everybody to come in, hit the like button. We're calling it the magic manifestation button. When you hit it, uh, put it into fruition. Speak it out loud and say, this is what I want to manifest. And just keep practicing with it. Stay on the same thing over and over again. Tesla always said 369, and he would go around his house 3 times before he'd go in. It was just something about the three. And when I'm doing the cards and I'm shuffling them, I knock on them 3 times to wake up the messages. So everybody has their little quirk of what they do, and three is a divine message. So yeah, and then come back in any of the comments. I read them all, and let us know how the manifesting went for you, what you manifested if you want to share, and how long it took you and how you did it. I'd appreciate it. That'd be great. And I'm also giving away a free reading. I want you to put your first name and your month you were born and the day you were born. I don't need to know how old you are, your last name, and put it in the comment section, and I will respond and tell you you're in the drawing. What we're going to do is take all the names at the end of the month. I'm going to put them in a magic hat. I'm going to have my husband pick out a name, and they're going to get a free reading from me. So, and I will announce it in the show more section in the comments. I will announce it verbally. So everybody, the person that wins will know, hopefully. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. And because I love everybody. So I figured I'd give somebody a special reading. That way I can pick up their energies. This is a collective, but there's so many energies and there is so much negative out there right now. People, be really careful. Um, sometimes I feel like I'm flying around like a dragonfly, and then all of a sudden I'm like landing, and it's like there's like a weight holding me down, and it's just, I know it's the energies. So we have a really, really special message today. Today is 4/29 of 2024. It's going really fast, which is a 23, which is a 5, which 5 is change. But I'm going to read the 5 out of the Soul Helper Oracle. It will start the reading out and give us some direction, maybe. Number 5 tells you that you have a deep connection with the divine source and that nothing can prevent wisdom from finding its way to you. Your current priorities are fidelity, reliability, and loyalty. Focus on them and concentrate on healing them in both the world outside and your inner world. Number 5 brings protection, giving you the freedom to act more boldly. Its energy field is centering, bringing the strength that always recognizes and recreates itself at the end of a soul path, along with meditation, belief, and insight. Right now, we have to go into meditation more so we can clear our mind of the 3D world and bring in the voices within, the messages that we're missing. We really need to focus on that right now and focus on self. You know, I've got to the point now where after this many years, if people haven't got it yet, they're not going to get it. And I'm not going to, you know, do anything to make them sway their mind. And if you came in here and you didn't match with my energy, I get it. Some people, I don't match with their energy, and that's fine. I love you anyway. And I wish you well. And some people will come in and they will match with my energy because that was part of my soul family. It was my soul contract before I came here. And you can feel it too. We all feel the energy from someone. Now, we got a number 27, which is a 10, which goes down to a 1. A wonderful surprise is coming. Something entirely new awaits you. Ooh, look at that. She's behind the fan. She looks confident. Yeah, that is a really cool thing. And the fan has like stars all in it. Drawing this card heralds a surprise. Something completely new will appear on your soul path. It will take the form of a unique and magical opportunity, something more significant than it might at first appear, or an enchanting and uplifting encounter. It is an opportunity that should not be ignored. These are the moments that make our lives magical and worthwhile, moments that carry the promise of adventure and a song of freedom. What could make life sweeter than a wonderful, joyful surprise? You have drawn this card at this time, as there is a chance that you might otherwise miss the surprise, or even a risk that you might spoil it, which would be a great shame. Place this card somewhere prominent nearby, and as a visual aid and daily reminder, go out and meet with friends or coworkers. Do something with like-minded people and live your life in the near future like a child. Carefree and playful. Be silly, even a bit irrational. The real surprise in life, those that are of true value, are best seen through the eyes of a child. Keep the otter with you as a power animal, and since otters love water, why not seek out some water too? Your helpers for the next 21 days is the power animal is the otter, the herbal essence is vanilla, the healing crystal is the cresbol, and the number is 9. So let's see what the 9. Oh, I like the number 9. It is a cool number. Number 9 reveals that you have something new to learn. Be open, receptive, and curious enough to seek it out. You will then find wisdom in an unconditional, deep healing love. Number 9 will help you reach a point of completion so that you can turn your attention to the mysteries of the unknown and the new. Its energy field is indestructible without being inflexible. Number 9 always remains true to itself. 9 plus 9 equals 18, whose digits add up to 9. 9 times 9 is 81, whose digits add up to 9. Multiply any number by 9, Then add the two digits of the resulting number together, and they always add up to 9. It is almost as if it is absorbing every other number through this calculation. Number 9 teaches you how to do this too. Accept the powers offered to you in order to achieve perfection. This number is fulfillment and completion, but also a beginning and an end. Yeah, this is the end of the old and we're going into the new. And since the fake solar eclipse thing that they did, things have been really wonky and changing, and the energies are really deep. I'm sure everybody's feeling it. I know I am very badly. Sometimes I have to just tune out, listen to music, or take a nap, or meditate, or go for a walk and ground myself. Either way, you got to get away from the energy. Okay, now, oh, I love this card. Know you belong. You have a place, you have a purpose, you are special. Do not change who you are just so others might accept you. Do not dishonor your truths by allowing someone else to tell you who you must be. Change made just so you fit the expectations or social criteria of a clique or a group does not honor you. You do not need to change in order to belong. You are a blessed child of Gaia and Great Spirit, and belong simply because you are. I think these messages are coming. Excuse me, the moss is driving me crazy and it always makes my nose itch or my face. Something is now when I read these cards, when I looked at these cards today, and I knew we were going to read them later, I knew that someone needed this message. And I too, at this point in the energy game, need this message. So yeah, we do belong. But sometimes in this world, people make us feel like we don't belong because they don't understand us. I am very misunderstood. I mean, especially my surroundings. I just it is what it is. Show that you care. Do not distance yourself from life and those around you. Reach out, ask for help or support. If you have need, or if someone within your circle is in need of care and support, then give it without hesitation or question. A trouble shared is a burden halved. Now is not the time to withdraw and be alone, nor is it time to leave another in need. Be aware, be caring, be compassionate, reach out and be a friend, and allow others to be a friend to you. That is a beautiful card. I mean, really. And she's got the pink dress, the beautiful dragon, and the portal behind her. Now, we also got Follow the Moon, and we've been getting the moon, and the moon is an intuition card. The moon will show the illusion. It will shine light on deception and show the truth. Follow the moon. 3/4 of Gaia's surface is covered in water, and the moon's pull can lift the Earth's ocean at the equator and carry them along in her wake. 2/3 of the human body is also water, and therefore you also are subject to her power. As she waxes and wanes, so do you. Take note, follow the moon cycle, and take note of how you think and feel as her light increases and decreases. Take time to explore and understand her influence upon both your body and your emotions. That is a great message out of this deck. Another thing that I have found right now is, a lot of us went through the dark night of the soul. I know I did. But as I'm finding, there will always be a dark night of the soul. There will always be the polarity, the good versus evil. There will always be that. We can't change that. There has to be polarity. And you get through your life believing in a lot of baloney. And then you have to figure it out where you are in the world and what your purpose is. And there's the fun part. It's the journey. It's the adventure. It's the adventure on finding ourselves. And we got another beautiful card out of the angels and ancestors. And I just smiled when I got this card. Guardian angel, you are not alone. We got the guardian angel feather. Watch for signs and reminders from your angels and loved ones that they are close by. Remember, they are working hard to guide you. The guardian angel card shows the white feather that has become known as the guardian angel's business card. Whenever a white feather appears, in your life, and or as this card appears in a reading, it's a message to say your guardian angel and ancestor guides are particularly close at this time and are there to support you with their love. If you have asked for help with a particular situation, know that there is a divine intervention in the works. Everyone has a guardian angel who has been with them in all their past lifetimes and will be there in all the lifetimes to come. So know that you are never alone and never will be alone. This card is a huge reminder that there is always help and support available to you. Your guardian angel is with you now and is here to aid you in all your endeavors. In order to fully receive this support, first ask for it, then surrender to the process. Know that whatever unfolds will be for your highest good. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting reading because of the things I wrote at the end of this reading. We've got a very cool message at the end of this reading that's going to top this off. Now, we also got the wise one, grow within your current situation. Knuckle down, be reliable and committed, be open to wisdom and insight from your elders. The wise one represents the wisest aspect of the teacher, the crone. In paganism and modern Wicca, the crone is the fiercest, most psychic, and most aware aspect of the teacher because she has been through many of life challenges and overcome many setbacks. On this card, the raven in her hands represents the capacity to overcome the darker times and be reborn again and again. So she helps you to tap into wisdom to overcome whatever life throws at you. Wisdom being the information stored in your soul rather than the knowledge acquired in this lifetime, and to learn from the experience of your elders. The wisdom of the wise one is based on something that the younger generation is often lacking: commitment and reliability. When this card appears, you are being guided to continue working on your growth and expansion within your current situation. Be committed to your task and project. It can be very easy to get bored or overwhelmed, but preserve. You are being reminded of how it feels to be let down and experience unreliability, and that is not who you were born to be. So keep working on what you're working on because it's going to be extremely beneficial for you in the long run. Yeah, that's a really good card. And what's interesting is pay attention to some of these because these cards will entwine with the next cards that I read because I just heard something that we got another card and it was similar. So, okay, we got the practical magic. And it's a number 22, honor your grief, my lost love. Now, yesterday we got a 22, and today we got a lot of twos. We got a lot of 22s. We got 222. So, yeah, we got a real big message here. Losing a loved one or a part of yourself or your future will fundamentally change you. but eventually there will be healing, rebirth, and hope for a way forward. Grief is heartbreaking and all consuming. It can feel as though it will choke you, drown you, or burn you to ashes. The sorrow is intense, personal, and can seem as though it will never end. Grief never ends, but it will change. Over time, it will become a place where you go, but can return from. You don't get over the pain of grief, and you probably don't want to, but you can grow a new life, a new self around what is left, around the loss. Grief is the price of deep and immense love, and so the anguish is worth it because it shows just how strong and precious the love was, how deeply you loved and were loved. And the memory of that love will help you to survive the pain of its loss. The raw and jagged wounds of grief will start to heal with time, but the scars will remain, and that's a good thing. They are a badge of belonging and honoring of what you felt and did and became. Your loss will be a part of who you are, and so the person you lost will always be with you. When you draw this card, it's a message to be aware of something you are grieving. Perhaps it's the anniversary of the death of someone close to you, or their loss is hitting you particularly hard today. Maybe a relationship has ended, or you've released that something you desperately wanted will never come to pass. An opportunity may be lost, or your faith in something or someone may have been destroyed. This card is also a gentle reminder to reach out to others when you are suffering loss, change, pain, or loneliness. There are people who want to help you, but many don't know what to say or how to approach you. Tell them what you need, ask for support, suggest some practical ways they can contribute. Allow them to share your burden, lean on them, and offer your own compassion to others. It can be difficult to know how to act around someone who's grieving. Some people withdraw altogether because they feel inadequate or are scared they'll say or do the wrong thing. But disappearing in the face of someone's pain and doing nothing is worse than any clumsy effort. If you're not sure what to do around someone who's suffering, reach out to them and ask. Sometimes just having someone to sit with in silence is enough. Just be rather than do. After losing someone or something, life will continue, but it's a new life, a different life, an existence informed and shaped by what you no longer have. Mourn your loss, rage and ache at the injustice of it, then allow time to soften the pain and teach you how to live with it. Know that your beautiful memories of your loved one will keep them alive in you. They are gone from your physical world, but will reside in your heart, woven into the fabric of your being by all the treasured moments you shared. Joyfully recall how much a part of your life they were and how deeply they influenced you. Those we loved changed us in a big way and small ways, and they'll live on in the person you became because of them, no matter who else you love and what else you become. The people you cherish will always be a part of you. It's a sorrowful yet beautiful aspect of being human. With grief, there is no quick relief, no instant spell of healing or forgetting. It's a process everyone goes through, and it never completely ends. The pain will be with you forever. Losing someone or some part of yourself or your planned future is heartbreaking. You will feel tender and vulnerable, sad and raw. Yet when your heart breaks, it breaks open, and in time, the light will make its way in through the cracks. In this broken place, you'll find strength. Eventually, you will start to feel the beauty surrounding you again, and you will tentatively open up to the love that still exists in your life and the hope that is both your birthright and such a precious part of living in this big, beautiful world amongst its swirling sea of humanity. That's a beautiful card, but that is a rough card. And from what I see, she's looking at a ghost. It's either her, someone she loved, father figure, husband, could be any of them. Um, Grief is hard right now. I think we're also grieving of the death of our old too. The Great Awakening, that's part of that. And that's what makes me feel that, because a lot of people are having a lot of hard time in this change. None of us understand it. All of us are trying to ask questions. All of us are trying to find the questions, and we're not doing a really good job about it. Because the unknown is still the unknown. We don't really know. Now, the dreams of Gaia. This we got some good crazy cards and how they came out, and I had to do it a little different. Oh, I just something said do it different, and I did it different. So we got the Two of Air. Polarity. Everything has an opposite. Duality divides and separates. We've got the yin and the yang. Polarity unites and integrates. We have to embrace an open mind. Nothing is ever black and white, a choice between dichotomy and integration. Sometimes both parties can be right. This is a choice card. And we all know, like a battery in a car, it's got to have positive and negative. So I just got done saying that, we all went through, most of us have went through a dark night of the soul. We released all that past baggage. But guess what? Now we're in the present. Now we're in the now space. And each day that we live, there's going to be a dark night of the soul moment. We could have one day or 2 days that are nice, and then the next day we're going to have a dark moment. We have to learn how to observe it and react to it, because our reactions are all wrong. If there's fights and things going on in this world, then we're overreacting. Um, we need to grow up. This card is telling me it's time to grow up, because he's got his hands around his heart, and everything has always been opposite in our life. We know that. Opposites attract. Just all kinds of stuff. But we have to take the positive and the negative, take it and relook at it. That's the balancing of the positive and negative. Um, this is a get in balance. That's what I'm hearing. And the last deck too was balance. If we are out of balance, if you're carrying more masculine than feminine, and you're not balanced with the masculine, feminine inner child, you are going to be reacting like a bulldog. Okay. Now, if you're all feminine and you're not carrying any of the masculine or the inner child, you are going to be a crybaby. When you're balanced and you have it all, you can be the strength, calm, compassion, and the play, the inner child. So that's where we've been trying to get to the whole time. And with the meditation and the manifestation and the things that we're seeing come to fruition out there, we know we're on the right path. Now, usually I do one clarifier for the oracle, not tonight. Tonight I'm going to be right here on this oracle, the Two of Air right now. And with the Two of Air, we got the 16, the Tower, which is a 7. I didn't like when this card came out. I was just like, you got to be kidding. We got a tower moment coming. During a tempest at night, a ship is struck by lightning and bursts into flames. The castle-like battlements on top of the deck are no protection against this force of destruction from the heavens. The lightning illuminates the sky, heavy with storm clouds, showing how precarious the vessel appears as it struggles to stay afloat in an ocean that is sure to swallow it. When the tower falls, you feel your world collapsing around you. Lightning strikes, and there is little you can do other than accept the chaos and change that it brings. The disaster is not your fault. You may be in shock at first, but this event is also a breakthrough. You are given a chance to see the world in a very different way. Additionally, the card may signify issues with property and challenges to your security. You may be feeling vulnerable financially and in relationships too. Surrender to the universe, give up control, and begin to construct a new way of working, thinking, relating, or living. You now have the freedom to start over and a strong foundation on which is reliable whatever has fallen. Um, wow. Yeah, I knew this was going to be deep. With the honor the grief, I'm not feeling that it's someone's going to pass in our life, a loved one. I'm feeling that it's going to be grief releasing the old. Um, because we got the tower, and that's the destruction. And we got the polarity, the yin and the yang, the positive, negative, the masculine, feminine. Um, this is telling us we got a balance. And so when we got the tower, I'm like, oh boy, I'm not going to stop here because that tower is just freaking me out because we are going to have a tower moment. And I know it's not going to be pleasant for everybody. So I kept shuffling and we got the Nine of Wands. And that's defense. So uh, that's a warning. Okay. Protect what is yours by all means, but free up your thinking, create some mental space to plan for the future. This nine sees you exerting yourself to the full, protecting your job, your property, or otherwise defending your actions. You may have made sacrifices in the past and feel that you need to justify these by staying put. However, you may need to ask yourself if you're holding on too tightly due to fear. Is this need for constant vigilance an exhausting habit rather than a free choice? Yeah, I am seeing determination, challenges, sacrifice, hard work, protection, rigidity, and fear. I am seeing, and I've been seeing it. This is what I'm envisioning, like this black box with somebody hanging on to it, and the wind's like it's blowing them out of the box, but they're hanging on. They don't want to come out of the box. So that's what I'm seeing that the energy around me right now is. And this makes sense with the the loss, the destruction, the polarity, the defense. And then we got the Two of Swords with that, which is crossroads. You are at a crossroads and there is a decision to be made. The two crossed swords signify tension and indecision. Locked in conflict, neither can win. As their power appears to be equal, this situation may or may not be of your own making. Your perspective is blocked, or there's an obvious clue that you are not seeing. Look again. Take a fresh angle. Any action or decision is better than none. This is a great opportunity for breakthrough in your thinking. Yeah, it's like we're not thinking out of the box yet. We're still thinking in the 3D life of realm of existence. And we're hanging on to the side of that box so tight that the change is trying to whirlwind us out of there. And we're going, no, I want to stay here. So that was for the polarity card. All three of those, because we got the tower, the loss, 22, the tower, the positive and negative, masculine and feminine, and the defense and the crossroads. So this is us coming out of like the past present mojo. So then I went back to the dreams of Gaia, and we got another card. We got a fire card. We got the 11, which is a master number, and it's what I've been saying, masculine and feminine. Put aside gender stereotypes. We are both masculine and feminine. Masculine energy serves to protect. Feminine energy serves to nurture. Too much of one, not enough of the other. Time to evaluate and realign. Allow the energy to increase and ebb. Embrace the energy that best suits your needs. This is balancing. This is an 11, a fire. It's a balancing and realigning card. It symbolizes the importance of balancing our masculine and feminine energies and to remind us we are and always will be a mix of both. Our gender stereotype to how we respond and react to day-to-day experiences. Oh boy, I'm going to read a little bit more, but then I'm going to talk about this. On an energetic level, our masculine aspect serves to protect self and others, while our feminine aspect serves to nurture self and others. In a simplistic society, a typical male will embody a more masculine energy than female. They are characteristically more aggressive and forceful, but also very protective of those they feel are in need of protection. However, they are more apt to use physical force and aggression to protect. A typical female, however, will embody more feminine energy than masculine. They are characteristically more passive and yielding, and while possessing the same desire to protect the vulnerable, they will generally use diplomacy and dialogue in order to determine an option that avoids conflict. Yeah, that is, oh God. I can't, I can't stress this enough, people. Really. Gender stereotypes are often one-dimensional and rarely accurate, especially when we are discussing masculine and feminine energies. As opposed to a man and a woman, it can become even more problematic to assign specific attributes to either gender. When there are many men who identify as female and women who identify as male, when it comes to masculine and feminine energy, we all have both, regardless of our physical gender or the gender we have assigned ourselves. And this energy is expressed in how we behave and act. It influences all that we do. Masculine energy is active, impatient, assertive, creative, aggressive, forceful, protective, logical, analytical, and controlling. Feminine energy is an active, calm, retiring, perceptive, passive, yielding, nurturing, emotional, intuitive, and allowing. Masculine energy motivates us to focus upon our personal needs and self, while feminine energy motivates us to think of others and their needs. Again, regardless of gender, a person who is energetic and proactive is embracing masculine energy, while a person who is calm and passive is embracing feminine energy. Neither is instructical, good or bad, but if an imbalance is present, it can be evident in our actions and give rise to the destructive behavior. An imbalance can occur when we have too much of one and not enough of the other all the time. Too much of one without enough influence from the other can create a very discordant and destructive mix. But that is the right mix. This is not about having equal parts of both, but about having a harmonious blend that is suited to your lifestyle and personal goals and needs. If you are not assertive enough, you may need to embrace your more masculine energy. If you are overly assertive to the point where others are always intimidated by you, then consider embracing a little more feminine energy and soften your approach. An aggressive approach or method is sometimes required in order to break from the old and make way for the new. But aggressive methods don't always have to be violent. To be forceful is not always indicative of physical force being used. Masculine and feminine energy should be allowed to flow and ebb as it is needed. Like fire flickering and dancing, you add less fuel if you want things to cool and more fuel if you want things to heat up. Enough heat gives rise to creative, productive energy, but too much heat can burn both you and others. Cooling things a little gives rise to a nurturing warmth, but too little fuel and the fire could not go out completely. The 11 of fire symbolizes an opportunity to take a moment to evaluate your life and ask yourself whether you need to embrace a little more masculine or feminine energy in your day-to-day activities and relationship. Do you need to step up and be a little more assertive or proactive? Does something or someone need your protection? Are you not nurturing yourself or others enough? Are you being overly analytical instead of heeding your intuition? Are you allowing impatience to get the better of you? When your situation calls for calm and compromise, are you choosing a path of inaction? When you need to embrace one of action in order to manifest the changes you need, pause for a moment, evaluate, and bring your masculine and feminine energies back into a harmonious alignment with your life and your needs. Okay, that was a lot, but I kept reading it because I can't stress this enough. I mean, I'm seeing people that are, and it could be male or female. I'm not pulling one, but I see too many people with too much masculine and too much feminine right now. And it's not balanced enough. And if you're trying to be like the masculine or the masculine's trying to be like the feminine, don't. Be like yourself. When the feminine met the masculine, vice versa, the first, they weren't like the masculine or the feminine. They were their own person, and then they blend and they become one of each other. It's not good. You have to still walk in your own path, and you have to work on the masculine feminine. Now we're going to go to the tarot to clarify this feminine and masculine because of the cards, the way they come out. We got the eight of swords on this one as a clarifier, and that's restriction. And that's what I'm saying. Somebody is restricting themselves from getting into balance. Either we got a man walking around like this, I'm gonna beat somebody's butt and pew 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 pew, and too masculine, or we got a woman walking around going, oh my goodness, just like, why? Even yourself out. Let yourself ebb and flow. That's what we have to do. I mean, we gotta get a grip. Okay, 8 means change, and this 8 sees you on the brink of that change as you realize the way you're being restricted by your circumstances at work, in a relationship, or a project. This card often shows a relationship is on lockdown because one of you is not free to make a commitment. An additional meaning is being bound by too much responsibility. Get practical and see that you are in control of your own future, regardless of what others think. You can free yourself by being less tolerant of the demands of others. Separation, fear, burdens, lack of vision, being stuck, responsibility, and change. Are we being stuck in a feminine or a masculine situation and can't balance ourselves out with both? Because if we are, that's kind of dangerous, because after we got the 8 of which is restriction, I'm like, I can't stop here. Why are we being restricted? Because we got the 10 of Swords endings. The 10 is the final number card of the Swords in the summing up, an ending, usually involving some degree of drama. This can come as a shocker, as a relief, as you see the situation or relationship for what it is or was. It cannot develop and grow. However unwanted this card may be when it arrives in a reading, it does tell the truth and help you to see what needs to be released. Walk away and let go. Focus on the present rather than dwell on the past. Completion, release, drama, transformation, victimhood, truth, and shock. So we got restriction on the feminine and masculine. Somebody's restricted from balancing themselves out with the feminine and masculine. They obviously don't know how to talk to people because they're using one or the other. So that's not a good thing. So then we got the 8 of Cups, which is change. So we've got the masculine and feminine, we got the restriction, and we got the ending. So are we ending this restriction in our life and going for a change? Follow your heart and go forward. It's time to take your leave, and this is exactly the right time to move on. You may have already left a relationship, home, job, or other commitment at an emotional level, so there's little drama or moral struggle to contend with "As you say a quiet goodbye, you are ready for change." The card can also reveal a journey or change of scene, such as going on vacation or taking short trips away. This is ending departures, journeys, movement, transition, travel, and vacations. Yeah, so what's going to happen is whoever is being restricted, trying to balance themselves out, they're going to be restricted, they're going to go through an ending, and they're going to go through a change. So that is going to come to fruition. Now we've got the Faith card. The other day we got it and it was upside down, it was blocked. And the Faith card in the present, belief in yourself does require a little effort and introspection. To increase self-belief, you need to know who you are and to consider why you lack confidence and self-belief in the first place. Are you uncertain and unsure of your path? Do you feel that all you do is not good enough? The Faith card in the present position asks you to have faith. Believe you are good enough. In fact, you are not only good enough, but you are enough. We all are. Yes, we all can be more. We can all be better, but we are are not, because we are not good enough in the present. So somebody's feeling not good enough, and that's a hard feeling. Faith in the present comes to tell you that you are not alone and that your dreams and aspirations are a wonderful thing. Trust in them. All will unfold as it is meant to. Trust in yourself. Those around you believe in you. So it is time for you to believe in yourself. Having a belief in a higher power or spiritual path can have great benefits. It is not about embracing religion, but embracing connection. Cultivate the belief that you are a part of something larger, because you are. We are all connected, and simply awareness and celebration of that connection can be serenity. You are being watched over. You are worthy of happiness and abundance. Meet obstacles in your path with a smile and confidence. You are strong enough to overcome them and continue forward. Yes, life is likely to offer you moments of heartbreak and pain. But if you have faith in yourself and the divine, you will move through those moments with more ease. Have faith brings serenity and the confidence to trust and go with the flow. When you have faith, the choice is made with ease and clarity. There is no need to fight, control, and struggle, because you trust in yourself to know that you are heading in the right direction. Have faith. Um, Remember that card, because there's a message at the end. And I thought it was really, it blew my mind when I did that. Okay. Now, with the Faith card, we had some clarifiers. We had the Four of Cups is the first one we had with that. And that's boredom. So somebody's bored. When this four arrives in a reading, it's often because you're feeling dissatisfied with some aspect of your life, but don't know what you need to bring in to feel happier. In relationships, it can reveal a boredom phase. If you're looking for love or work, you may believe that there's nothing or no one out there for you. You may be retreating into yourself rather than reaching out for what you need. Look for inspiration, renew your faith, and life can bring you what you need. I thought that was interesting because it mentioned faith a lot, and this is stagnation, delusion, self-protection, need for change, stubbornness, and rigidity. So we've got the Faith card, we've got the boredom card that says have faith, and we got the Judgment card. Self-reflection, and we've been getting a lot of reflection. We really need to self-reflect, people. I mean, if we're too busy looking on the 3D world and reflecting on somebody else, we need to really look in the mirror. If you feel you need to give a person a second chance or return to an old situation, now is the time to decide. If you're reassessing the past in other ways, don't be too hard on yourself. Contemplation, self-judgment, review, second chances, guilt, spirituality, and memories. I think all of us are going through some memories right now. I know mine are mostly family memories. Now we got a 17. Cue the card. We got hope. And faith, hope, boredom, self-reflection. Hey, you have worked through heartaches and conflict, understood the lessons of these difficult experiences, and are now beginning to feel hope again. The more you place your trust in the universe to protect you, the more the stars guide you towards happier times. The card therefore reveals personal growth. Through healing past issues, you can be free from old patterns of relating and feeling more whole and fulfilled in the future. The star is also a card of creativity and offers great reassurance that you're on the right path. So if you have been conflicted, surfing, or doubting your abilities, the star is here to remind you. And it's a sure sign in a reading that everything will be fine. Follow your heart and respect your inner knowing. Trust that the universe will bring you whatever you need. This is creativity, dreams, intuition, healing, spiritual path, rebirth, and wishes. Now, those were those cards. We're going to go on. We have the Gateway of Light activation. And we got the Orion activation, supernova, recreation, renewal, rebirth by light. Orion is one of the best known constellations in the night sky. Its name is Greek for hunter, and its stars can be seen as a figure with a sword, accompanied by a dog, Cyrus. At the center of the constellation, three stars, Alanka, Alanimum, and Minatka, appear in a belt-like formation to the south of Orion's belt. There's a nebula that has revealed much about how stars and planetary systems are formed. The best way to describe this space is as a star nursery. During the star's last evolutionary stage, it explodes into a supernova, which provides the perfect space for a new star to be born. The Orion constellation is home to a number of higher beings, many of whom are dedicated to the evolution of our planet. Even through the idea of the constellations being a hunter may make it seem highly masculine, its energies are in fact similar to those of Lemurians, and its inhabitants therefore honoring all beings. The being of Orion are in fact sacred space holders who help all those with star power and star potential to make the changes required to become the most ascended and aware form of themselves. All of your fears and setbacks are being stripped from your energy now. It is essential for you, for your old way of being to fall away and for you to go through a process of renewal in order to move forward. The old stories of your life aren't yours to live out or live up to. You are far greater than these limiting experiences. The beings of Orion are surrounding you now, and they see you as one of them, someone who has been born with the knowledge that they can live with regret, with great purpose, and make a real difference to the world, whether on a global scale or in a particular corner of the planet. When you draw this card, you are being reminded that you have infinite star potential. Yeah, that's sweet. Remove the stars. Okay, we've got the Divine Master. Hilaron, divine emergence, be seen, let the world know your gifts. Hilaron the Great, or Saint Hilaron, was a master healer in the temples of Atlantis and also had incarnations in ancient Egypt. In his last incarnation, he was born to a pagan parents in Syria in the 4th century AD. He studied in Alexandria, Egypt, where he converted to Christianity. You know, I noticed a lot of these Wiccan and Atlantis, Egypt people converted into Christianity. In his last incarnation, oh, okay, lost my place. Turned to Christian, and it is said that from the moment he dedicated his life to spiritual pursuits, at the tender age of 15, after hearing about the miracles of Saint Anthony, He went off to his desert hermitage for 2 months. He craved personal space, but the hermitage was busy. So he decided to go back home. But after his parents had passed, he gave up all his worldly possessions and retreated to a cave in the wilderness. Hilleron spent the majority of his life away from humanity because he was a highly sensitive being who picked up the energies of those he came close to. It is said that those who came to his cave experienced miracles, including barren women becoming pregnant and people overcoming mental and other health challenges. Now Hilleron's soul helps light workers embrace their gifts and emerge from the cave of sensitivity. It's time to come out of hiding and be seen. Energetically, you have taken some time to retreat and recharge, which has been highly beneficial for your mental and emotional well-being. But now it's time to emerge. Don't get too comfy or fall into old ways of being because the old you wants to hide, or old fears of persecution or judgment make you feel that you need to. You weren't born to suffer in this lifetime. You were born to surmount challenges and embrace and share your gifts. If you have been holding back or hiding a part of yourself in order to fit in or conform, you are being encouraged to break the pattern and be seen in all your glory. You are a powerful teacher and healer with the ability to break outworn family cycles and help others radiate their brightest light. Your personal journey shows others what is possible for them. But to do this, it has to be shared. Let all your gifts be shared. I love that card. That is great. Now we got one more, my fun one, Human Spirit Oracle. Let's see what this one's got to say. Count your chickens before they hatch. And you know, it's a 37, which is a 10. And what's interesting, it's showing one of those old-fashioned keys. And the other day, Mr. T showed a key. And they've been showing a gold key. So that's pretty interesting that she's holding that key, because on her feather hat, she's got 3 eggs or 4 eggs and the chicken sitting on her head. Actually, it looks, no, it looks like a rooster. I don't know. Oh my, look at this excellent oblong goody eggs. Are you the fox in your own hen house, stealing those eggs and hiding them so you count on nothing? We have to keep in mind that not all of these eggs will come into fruition. So let's not count all of them to hatch. In this age, it is easy to crack that egg, to online order or pay someone for a service without actually keeping track of what you have left. It is so easy to overextend your bankroll and need more. When you make promises or plans based on what could happen, you are bound to disappointment or end up in an uncomfortable and needy situation. Sometimes it is best to wait, see what happens, and then act based on the results. If you are always writing checks that can't be cashed, how can you survive? Take time to just tend to the eggs you have. Well, that's a cute one. So somebody's spending too much money, huh? Keep your eggs in your basket, maybe? Okay, now, oh, yep, I got the message, the angel message, so we have to wait a second. Now, 222 is associated with balance, collaboration, love, and harmony. According to the spiritual author, Doreen Virtue, 222 means trust that everything. Okay, where's my page? Oh, there it is. Trust in everything is working out exactly as it's supposed to, with divine blessings for everyone involved, and let go and have faith. We got the faith card. That was awesome. So that's the angel number 222, and we had a lot of 222s. So that is the channeled reading, and I'm sticking to it. I hope you guys have a beautiful, magical Monday. I love everybody, and may every step in your journey be magical. And you know what? Just be you.